Hi and welcome to another episode of Hereford FC here on Vanilla FM, and today we have some great news. We have been crowned champions of the Enterprise National League with 9 games to go, with 1 loss and 1 draw. You can see here the extensive lead that we have against Rochdale. I'm showing you this screen just because I've noticed a few bugs / UI improvements that we need to be on the lookout for. So rankings, as you can see, even though the card opens and it shows you the ranking, it doesn't actually populate in this screen. And another one that's a little bit odd is that it doesn't show you the club that the players belong to when you're only looking at stats. It just shows you the name of the player. You have to go into the actual average ratings and player stats screen to see the club that each of the players belongs to as well. So that's a little bit of an annoyance, really, because this screen, it's just words. It doesn't really show you much. It'd be nice to have a logo or something that shows the player club as well. Anyway, so we have been crowned champions with 1 loss, 1 defeat. 1 defeat, 1 draw. If I go to the next level up, so this is where we're going to be next year, Skybet League 2. Let's look at the competition here. We have Oldham, Newport, Southend, Bromley and Cheltenham at the bottom here. So 2 of those will be relegated. And then at the top, it looks like Bristol Rovers, Nottingham, Swindon might be in contention for promotion, plus a few of these at the top as well. So this is where we're going to slot in next year. The board has already taken some measures. There was a bunch of achievements. Let's have a look to see where they were. There we go. So, Hereford Crown Champions, that's good. I got a new contract, I'll take you through that in a minute. We are now planning to become professional as well. We're also in the progress of improving our youth facilities, as you can see. So lots and lots of stuff happening at the club. While we're talking about my new contract, it's the second time this year that I get a new contract, because last year I got my contract extended to £1,100 per month. Sorry, per week. So let me see, just for a bit of fun. In Hereford, my starting salary I think was something like £900 a week. If we take the premise that we are going to be spending roughly a quarter of a salary on rent, I'm going to put on the screen now the house that I would have started with. So this is a terraced 1-bedroom apartment, not the greatest finish, just really, really small and tiny and cramped. Terraced house. Then I got my contract upgraded to £1,100, and that got me a semi-detached house on the outskirts of Hereford, with some pretty lovely finish, at least polished and clean, with a cat flap. That's good. And now a bit more substantial, with a garage and 3 bedrooms, a house that is much, much better. So that's a little bit of a fun thing to think about. And when we're kind of imagining this journey for this manager as well throughout Hereford, so being able to afford a better lifestyle as the leagues go up, as well as the contract goes up. It's not just the club improving, it's the manager improving. It's a shame you can't actually use any of that money for anything at all, but it does earn you points if you're concerned about points. So that's good. So there isn't much else to achieve for us. Let me just go wage budget. Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, that one. Okay, because they just recently, I think I've asked for that, but they just recently announced our budget for next year, so that's why we're not going to get it. Let me just get through some of these news items as well. Planning some rest for some of our players. We can now rest them a bit more, actually, because the season has essentially ended for us because we won. Ta-da! Praise Neto. Oh yeah, Chris Bell. He's a new player, but he's not really. He's a member of staff. He's a scout. So he's gonna. I just played him just once, just to give him one appearance. But he's not really a player. He's a member of staff. But he didn't want to sign just as a member of staff, so he's an emergency backup centre back. In terms of the plans for next year, so if I bring up the finances budget, so this is the budget we're going to be working with for next year, 500,000. That is pretty good, actually. But that will... Oh, wow, okay, this is new. I'm pleased to announce that there are plans afoot to expand our stadium to a provisional capacity of 6,000 seats, which will cost in the region of £1 million. The construction will begin at the end of the season. It's currently scheduled to complete by the end of the summer. Wow, that's a quick extension. Okay. So I've been slowly chipping away, improving the club, improving the staff, improving the players. We are in the process of recruiting one more coach as well. I think that's afoot as well. Let's prepare for the next match. I only take the oppositional instructions. Everything else is fixed. So that'll be our extra coach. Let's have a look at him as well. Except, let me just take a look at some of these. Okay. So we have our extra coach. Let's slot him in the coaching assignments. Nice. Let's have a look at this one. Home. Oh. He's not as useful as I thought he was. Well, at least he'll help with his... Actually, I might do that. I might get him to help with the very heavy workloads that we have. Yeah, that will do. Okay. Now let's go to match. Let me just bring up my handy notes and then take a look at the lineup. So goalkeeper Belagambi, he's been our main goalkeeper. That's fine. On the right side, I forget. I think we've got Cole now, but Hogan is being our main guy. This guy, we're not going to play him. It was just a one-off. Right, so who are we going to get? Might end up being Anyway, Sound. Maybe swap them around. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, that's fine. This guy needs a rest, so we're gonna bring in Charlie. He also needs a rest, so who do we have for that position? I think, yeah, let's bring in Ellis. No, keep him that way around. Okay. Then we've got Matt Keane, Andrina, and then for the striker position, possibly, yeah, okay. This guy is back. Let me see if it changes. Not really. Okay. And I always like to pick sort of the best people on the bench for the bench, making sure we have all the positions covered. Okay, and we've got right, we got left. The only thing we don't have is actually, we have a striker sort of. Actually, no, we have 2 strikers. We don't need Omar on the bench. We're going to bring in Net. Okay, and Tenge. And then let's save in case the game crashes, and then let's go ahead and play this match. So it's going really well. What I'll do after this episode is progress to the next season and catch up with you guys there. Now we do have a healthy intake of... actually, has the intake happened? The new intake actually hasn't happened, but we do have a healthy amount of new gens. If you want to support the channel... one of the ways you can do that is by heading over to Patreon, and there'll be a different variety of subscriptions there that allow you to sponsor a new gen, various ways. So head over there. Also, you can also support the channel just by liking and subscribing and stuff like that, and commenting. But yeah, so straight off, foul on Hogan. Nice way to start the match. I am enjoying the fact that FM26 actually, the finances seem to have been fixed a little bit, and Hereford actually does have a bit of cash flow that is healthy. We're able to do all these club improvements, which is really good. I'm actually really excited to start the transfer window again, because now that we're going to be a professional club, all kinds of different players are going to be interested, and also because we're going to be in a higher league as well. So I'm excited to see what the squad is going to look like for next year. And obviously I'll update you as soon as, you know, I've confirmed most of the transfers. I'll keep you updated. I'm going to cut down the video releases to just once a week, because obviously it's a lot for me to be able to do 2 releases a week on 2 different channels, so four videos in total. It's just a lot. It's too much. I used to do 1 every week or 1 every couple of weeks. So I'm still going to try and do 2 releases a week for the women's save in my other channel, Football Manage Her. But here, probably just once a week. I might have to then cut it down to once every couple of weeks, depending on how it goes. But it is starting to become quite a lot for normal life. Now that I'm in a little bit of in the swing of things here with this Hereford save, it's more about keeping in touch with how it's going, more than looking at the detail, because we've already looked at a lot of the detail, and I'll obviously make videos if there's any sort of interesting details to show. But it's more about keeping up with the progress. Nice goal here, into the box, header downwards, lovely stuff. Okay, not many highlights, but we are winning, which is what matters. Let's go for the second half. No subs, no need. I like this build up, it's good. Come on. Oh, that's a shame. That was really close. Oh, another close one. So, I don't know if anyone else out there is playing Hereford. It'd be great to hear from you if you are. I do enjoy this save quite a bit because, you know, it's a save that I've been doing for years and years and years, and you can compare the game year on year as the game evolves. And obviously now, the game is so different from last year. It's really great to compare. Right, so let's put slow back in. We're gonna get Tege and also Pert in on the sides. This guy's got a yellow card. Let's get him out. And then maybe a fresh striker if there is. Yes, Pete. Pete's actually one of our best strikers, so that's a good one to have. That's a corner for us. It's really good to see the club evolve like this. It's quite exciting. I do get quite excited when, you know, you're doing well in the season and then get promoted, get a bunch of money. I'm hoping the sponsorship next year is going to be healthy and allow us to progress more. A club like this that's doing like straight wins pretty much, saying that and then the opponent scores. Shouldn't have said the word. Yeah, but seeing like a club like this, if this was real life, a club just has straight wins pretty much, game after game. I think sponsorship would go through the roof, really, wouldn't it? And interest in playing for the club as well. Sorry, I keep tapping the mic, I think, with my foot. The mic stand. Hopefully that won't come across in the recording too much. So it's a late draw, but still a good result, I think. Might be a last minute goal here, who knows? Riley, oh, yes, that is a goal. Well done. Regan Riley, and to think that I nearly sold him. And he wanted to leave the club as well. He's changed his mind now. He wants to stay. Of course, he wants to stay. Because the club is growing, and we're going places. Oh, another one. We could have another one here. There's no one in the box to help him out. Bless him. He tried an own goal, I think. It's getting a bit laggy now, the game. I think the longer the match goes on, the more laggy it gets. Right, last chance here. Goal kick. And that is it. So I'll catch up with you, once we're the other side of this season end. I'm going to go through some transfers. I'll be geeking out over how much money we can spend, who we can afford, and the talent that we can bring in. So I'll share those with you in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching until the end, and take care. Bye-bye.